What's happening, everybody? Finally, we have an update on the 2025 Yamaha Jetblaster series. It is regarding the whole chipping issue between the top and bottom deck. Now, this may not seem like a big deal to most people. However, us who purchased the 2025 Yamaha Jetblaster Pro and us who are looking to purchase the 2026 Yamaha Jetblaster Pro are looking for Yamaha to rectify the issue, and we're also pushing for a better product overall. So the entire purpose of this video series is to A, rectify what we already have, and B, make sure the QA is there so we have a better product for the future. We're used to these 1990s jet skis lasting 30 years. I mean, even older ones, 40 years, with minimal effort. Now, these ones are coming up and having issues right off the factory floor, and these are not cheap. We're spending $14,000 out the door for a jet ski without even a trailer. So keep in mind, this is with all of the Rec Lite series Yamaha Jetblaster Pros, especially the ones with the fiberglass bottom deck. That's the Pro themselves, and the LTD, it looks like here, is also going to have this issue. The other versions do have the issue that has paint. However, the whole breaking isn't as bad because the fiberglass strands are showing underneath on the bottom ones. The plastic ones just seem to have paint breaking. And I could actually show an example of this in my photos coming up. So let's discuss where we are now. So I ended up calling Yamaha, and I ended up requesting to speak with somebody first back in early August. And back when we discussed this, I had a couple people send me Yamaha's phone number, Yamaha's email address, and they also sent me some information that I can get a hold of Yamaha with. Specifically, and I'll pull this up right here, Yamaha MCS at YamahaMotor.com. So, as you can see here, I reached out to Yamaha and I said I run the channel We Try Motorsports, and turns out we've been having these issues. And those who gave me the photos, thank you. I only used 5 of you on this one, but I compiled a list and provided Yamaha about 50 of us now with these issues. However, in this one, which was our initial, as you can see, it was the 14th of August. So just almost an entire month ago. I provided some evidence, especially mine, as you can see here, of the holes paint chipping underneath, but also the fiberglass strands standing out significantly underneath the paint, which is what the concerning part was for me. Also, somebody provided me a photo of the Jetblaster Limited and the Jetblaster regular models that show paint cracking, but no real damage to the plastic. However, we have heard reports of plastic cracking between the top and bottom deck. But with this, I reached out to Yamaha almost an entire month ago. And I waited about a week and I heard nothing. And then I decided to give them another call and leave another message. This time, somebody was able to get back to me. And I spoke with them for a little while. I'm not going to dox them, but their name is just simply Heather. And we spoke for a little while on the phone, probably about a good 2 hours, discussed it. They had seen my video, but they didn't respond at all yet because they wanted to do their own R&D. Now, I didn't get too much information from them. They won't divulge their secrets, but they did say that they have received complaints about this. However, I said, well, what can we do? Can I give you a list of users or a list of people and their HIN numbers or something, order numbers, of all of the issues and all of the complaints? And basically, long story short, they said, no, that doesn't help. So everybody who sent me their information, thank you. Keep those photos and we will go over what to do next. But I want to go on with the story. So I spoke to them and I actually sent them my hole as well directly. And they did say that they got this email, but they were looking into it. So this being my hole, I sent them the 2 photos of mine and additional ones underneath that I've had some concerns with. And they were like, okay, let's get a hold of it. So this is the public Yamaha email address that you can send off to. However, you may not receive a response immediately. Here's the tricky part. When she told me that we needed to go out and reach out to our dealer that we purchased from, or any Yamaha dealer, and bring it in for assessment, I was like, okay, that kind of stinks. But it is what it is. So the response was as follows. And I'll slide that over here. So basically, they said, hello, we've received your photos. As far as getting the paint fiberglass reviewed and fixed, you and any other Jetblaster owner will need to make an appointment with the Yamaha dealer. From there, the dealer can submit a warranty claim with us, and if it's determined to be a manufacturer defect, then we will cover all costs. So, effectively, what we need everybody to do with a 2025 Yamaha Jetblaster Pro, or if you are purchasing a Yamaha 2026 Jetblaster Pro, this is not going to be covered immediately, but it's a good thing to do as the season ends. It's another reason why I'm creating the video now as the season ends, or most people are off the water here. My season ends in about a month, which I'll discuss later. However, I'm going to be dropping mine off, but the case is already created. And the funny part is when I am receiving an email and a call from CT Power and Sport because they saw my video. And I'll pull that up right here. There you go. So I sent an email back. They called me, and I sent an email back that said, good morning, Mark. This is Tim, blah, blah, blah. And I had purchased a Yamaha Jetblaster. I have attached pictures of where the fiberglass issues are, whatnot. And then I attached the email from Yamaha explaining this is what I needed to do. So this is what we need to do. We need to reach out to our dealer and with our HIN number and all that information and send them the info. Now, here's the funny part. I received an email back from CT Power and Sport and said they watched my videos. And, you know, they're really happy with the way the Jetblaster performs. But the big part is we still need to fix this issue before it gets worse. So what I want you guys to do, this is a homework assignment for everybody, is to collectively reach out to your dealer, whoever bought the 2025 Yamaha Jetblaster Pro, reach out to the dealer and immediately create the claim starting now. Then, after they create the claim, at the end of your season, you can bring it back to them. They will do the assessment. They'll take the pictures, and they'll send it back to Yamaha. Yamaha will assess the damages, and if we get enough of us all put together, aka probably a certain percentage of us, Yamaha will honor and reward us. I shouldn't say reward us, but Yamaha will recall the Jetblaster Pro. So, and by recall, I mean they'll repair the glass and then they'll fix the paint and send it out. And the reason why you don't want to send it in with your own personal washer repairs is because they have an opportunity to blame your washer repairs on that. So leave it stock. If you already did the washer repair, put it back to stock, and then you can send it back to Yamaha, and then we will see what Yamaha says after that. But this is the right avenue to go through. I wish I had better information. It sucks that we are basically told that we have to send it in, but this is the correct avenue to go through without causing too much trouble and then making sure we're taken care of. And at the end of the day, what I want Yamaha to do from this is just make a better product in the long run. We know the paint sucks, but we're really worried about what the underneath of it issues can cause with that. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know how you make out in the comments below. Please reach out to them, tell them your issues, and then we will go from there. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll update you as soon as we hear back from Yamaha. See you soon.